let's go back to the question. Why does the enemy keep our people illiterate? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave this answer when he was 3 years old in the teachings, so that he can use them for a tool. And also a slave, he keeps them blind to themselves so that he can master them. I'm going to ask another question. How many of you are in high school or have dropped out? Would you raise your hands? Nobody wants to admit that. Come on now. You at home. You know, that's cool. You're in high school or you dropped out? In high school. High school. High school. Dropped out. Okay. High school. Dropped out. High school. Okay. Do you know that many millions of Americans are getting a high school diploma and are considered functionally illiterate? I'm not talking about a few people. I'm talking about millions. Now, if I am a functional illiterate, meaning I cannot read or write at the grade level that I got my diploma from high school on, but I can't write at that level, I cannot read at that level, but I'm out in the world now. Well, if I can't read, books don't excite me. If I can't read, then I am an oral person. So my ear is the most important instrument in my life, because it is through the ear that a word will come that will keep me ignorant. It is through my ear that a word will come that can start me growing toward wisdom. In this Bible, when God speaks to Israel, I've never read once where God told Israel to read. God told Israel, hearken, hear, listen to the voice of God. So most people get their knowledge from what they hear, not necessarily from what they read. Now, knowledge is your birthright. Every human being should be gifted with the right to know self and the environment and the universe into which God gave us birth and life. For us to come out of our mother's wombs and be 20 years old, 30 years old, not able to read, victims now of where we place our ears. Who do you listen to? Well, if I'm a gangbanger, I listen to my buddies. And some of them have knowledge that they pass on to the members of their group, but not necessarily wisdom. Some knowledge. Well, if the leader knows more than the followers and the leader is ignorant, then the scriptures of the Bible are correct. If the blind lead the blind, both fall in the ditch. Now, in Chicago alone, nearly 50% of our children drop out of school. Among whites and Hispanics, the number is outrageously large as well. Now, they use sports figures and entertainment figures to tell you, stay in school. It's like going to Cook County Jail and telling the inmate, stay in Cook County. Staying in a school that will let you out as a functional illiterate is a waste of your life and your time. Something is wrong with the educational system that this is the result of what it produces. Well, look, if I turn on my radio, my ears and the air waves are feeding my brain cells, producing for me my mind. So I've turned my dial to the funkiest station because I like funk. I mean, just the language should tell you you should stay away. When somebody is funky, you're trying to tell them, look, there's a bathroom here, take a shower, put a little deodorant on. You smell terrible. Well, when something is funk, of course, this is a terrible age that we live in because good becomes bad, bad becomes good. When something is funky, it's nice, it's right. It's just a messed up group of ignoramuses that are being used as a tool. Let me see. Now, the jobs that used to be around for the unlearned, unskilled labor force. See, when I was coming up, men had jobs. You would see them with their lunch pail going out to work. Mommy was at home preparing the sandwich. Daddy and Grandpa, if you remember back far enough, they had a little job. And off of one man's pay, they were able to put food on the table, and at Easter time, get you a little suit or a dress or something nice for Christmas. But today, you have hardly nothing to look forward to. You can't look forward to a job because the jobs are not there. So how do you survive when you turn on your TV and you see all this wonderful stuff that is being offered right next to a food commercial? McDonald's, as the chief programmer of your babies that are now telling you where to take them. Mommy, I want to go to McDonald's. And silly mommy, all right, me too. So you're living off of the garbage that is being fed to you. You call it fast food. But it's killing the American people. Well, I don't go to McDonald's. I go to where? Well, I go to the corner store because in the black community, it's called a food desert because there are not adequate supplies of fresh fruit and vegetables available. So you're eating out of cans, or you're eating really things that your health has been grossly and greatly compromised. Good teaching. Why does the enemy keep our people illiterate? So that he can use them as a tool. A tool for what? What is a tool? It is an implement, an instrument or utensil held in the hand and used to form, shape, fasten, add to, take away from, or otherwise change something by cutting, hitting, digging, rubbing. But it is also a person used to accomplish another's purposes. All my young brothers here, 18 years of age, please raise your hand. 18 and up. All my sisters, raise your hand if you're 18 or up. Okay, now look. War is on the horizon, another headline. Israel attacks Iran. America comes to Israel's aid. We have to have volunteers because we don't have the draft now. Excuse me. Well, we got to make the armed forces attractive, like a Whopper. So we're going to make the armed forces attractive. Be all that you can be. Join the army. And you see them, they're crisp, they're sharp. The Marines, they're crisp, they're sharp. And you in the hood, you know. Job. I ain't got no job. I dropped out of school. This is a chance for me to get some money, see the world, and perhaps get an education. Yeah, that's the bait. You know, when you go fishing, you always hide the hook with the bait that the fish likes. So you join. You're in boot camp now. many of us have been to boot camp? Now, okay, thank you so much. Sisters, you've been to boot camp too? Oh, you got the boot in your camp. They call that domestic violence.